working on Tristan Jarry's Tom and Jerry mask.
Back it be Kucherov! An incredible save from Tristan Jarry. Grand theft! Oh, man.
I've got probably about a day and a half on it already. I did the flames, the logo, it's all kind of masked up. And that's we're doing like some real crazy hot rod flames. I did it on the back plate. Got a lot of sparkle in it. And yeah, I did, what you missed off camera is mostly kind of blotting out all the different kind of sections of this mask and of the character. Doing the different color pieces. I do a lot of that with cutting tape and just blocking off sections. And now I'm just doing the last part of just putting in some of the shadows. And then once the shadow's all done for this style of mask, I'll go in at the very end and do all my line work. So I'll go in with a fine paintbrush and get all the tight detailed lines to pop them out. Do some also white highlights and stuff like that with the paintbrush. So not always using the airbrush, sometimes going in with the old-fashioned paintbrush to get all the different kind of effects. But this is always a fun mask to do in the year. Probably one of my most anticipated masks to show off, because every year he comes up with a new idea for Tom and Jerry to be doing. So this year was monster trucks. So we'll show off more about this mask down the road and on my social media. But yeah, really fun one. Tom's on the other side driving an old beat up funky car, and the monster truck's about to kind of crush him or chase after him. And then Jerry, the happy mouse, is driving a mean looking monster truck. And that's why we did the hot rod flames, because it's Tristan wanted something with a lot of sparkle and bling with this idea, so I was trying to figure out how to make it incorporated this really sparkly style kind of hot rod flames idea came into mind, and I think it's going to work really well. Once these all peel off and you can see the gold sparkle, I think it'll be pretty wild. Here's the final part of this process with Tristan Jarry's mask. I'm just going in and very carefully lining the whole character and whatever he's riding. I do this with just a regular little paintbrush, one of the kind of smallest, finest paintbrushes I can get. I usually just get them at Michael's craft store, nothing too fancy. I go through them a lot. They get beat up pretty quick because they're so small. And just tediously go through the whole design and tighten it all up, and it really pops everything. And then I'll go into it at the end, or as I'm going, and put in a little bit of white highlights with the same paintbrush. I just rinse it out with just a little bit of reducer I've got in my little paint tray here, and tighten the whole thing up and get any little details I need to get that I can't get with the airbrush. And I do it hand painted like this for a reason. There's some method to my madness. I've done the alternate version of stenciling the whole kind of image and using my vinyl cutter to get these cartoon guys. And I've found that one thing, it builds a really big kind of ledge to the piece, so you can kind of see the black ridges a lot more. And the other problem is it just looks too computery. It just looks like a computer cut out your design, and it just takes away the life of the mask, I find. So I do it this way just because it looks hand painted, because it is hand painted. And I think when it comes to goalie mask painting, there's a lot of vinyl tricks you can do, but certain things I think need to be done traditionally, because it just makes it look a little more artistic, a little more real. And the other factor is so many things are done with vinyl now, and vinyl kind of masking, like vinyl wrapped, and you can kind of make things look insanely computerized, kind of designed on a mask, and it just looks too fake. So the last little bit of the line clean up, and you can see from the progress of the video, it definitely changes the whole vibe of the piece. That's it. So now I mask it all off with this tape and cut it out, and then do my background, and then peel it, and that little guy jumps off the mask. So today's mask is for Taylor Gauthier's.
Gives it to Scarbosa across the blue line. Drop pass Bobby Nardella. Defenseman with a wrist shot and a glove save by Gauthier.
I didn't show the painting process in this one just because of just time restraints to film and paint at the same time. We're just after mid-September right now, so the season's coming in a couple weeks, and I got a bunch to kind of crush out. So I can't always do the in-progress stuff, but I figured I'd show it anyways because it's a really cool mask design, and I'm stoked on it. So yeah, maybe I'll chat a bit about this one. So we kind of did a continuation of Taylor's last year's mask. Last year's had this cartoony looking goofy goat as a goalie on the other side, and then his player penguins all over it. So he likes to have fun with the design, so we just kind of kept this theme going. I don't know if we'll keep it going forever, but I'm having fun with it so far. So I'm fortunate enough to be able to see Taylor in the off season for the last 2 years, just because he's from Calgary, and he's getting a bit of tattoos from me. So it's a good time for us to kind of toss a few ideas around. So that's where this idea started, in the tattoo chair, which was always fun. We've got time in the chair, so we might as well talk about the mask a bit, right? So he wanted to do more of a spooky kind of funny vibe, so he brought up Jason from Friday the 13th, and wanted to kind of have that mask as a main image, and we just ran from that. So I said, oh, maybe the goat wearing the mask with kind of a real beat up looking goalie stick that almost looks like kind of, like he has a machete or a knife.
very menacing look, and this penguin up here, more like a spooky graveyard, just to tie in the horror movie kind of look. And he's kind of looking over the graveyard, peeking like, who is this guy? You know, kind of just a bit of a what's to come kind of look. And then on the other side is the funny side of him actually lifting his Jason mask, and it's his goofy, crazy looking goat face, and they're even more scared of him and they're running away. So I don't know, I threw that idea by Taylor and he thought it was pretty fun. So I'm pretty lucky to work with guys like him that just kind of let me have fun with it. And then just a nice clean logo on top, just to kind of represent the team. He doesn't like to overdo logos, so I did a little smaller, like it's smaller than I do for Jarry's. He likes to kind of take as much as he can for the sides of just fun stuff, similar to Jarry's too, I guess. So yeah, that was a really, really fun mask design, and yeah, and just some personal stuff on the back plate for him. But I've been working with Taylor for a few years. I painted for him in juniors. Like I said, I tattooed him. So he's a Calgary boy, and so I'm lucky enough I can bump into him and get to know him just through tattooing, and then I get to know more through the goalie mask thing. And so it's very fortunate for these clients taking interest and yeah, being kind of involved with them, designing and all that stuff. So yeah, this is a really fun one, and I'm excited to see Taylor wearing this year. This is his second pro year he's wearing it, so cool. Hope you guys like it.